Texas is recognized for questions.
Madam Chairwoman, does this sound right to you that in the rule set forth by the administration that the word climate appears 161 times, diversity appears 56 times, inclusion appears 18 times?
That's the direction they want to go.
That's the word count that I have. This agnostic rule that's just turning it all back over to, the free market to go do all of the things the free market does. 161 times mentions the word climate in that free market-based rule. So it's interesting to me. I think there's some shareholder lawsuits that are building along these lines that the ESG funds posted double-digit losses in 2022. 8 of them underperformed the S&P 500's 14% decline. The issue isn't, let the market, we'll kind of figure these out if these funds were just completely, agnostic. But the fact is, we know the truth, right? We know the extent to which, for example, even the CEO of Blackstone said if you try and raise money to drill holes, it's almost impossible to get that money. This in response to Biden complaining about oil and gas companies investing too little of their profit to increase domestic production. That master of oil and gas drilling, President Joe Biden, who's done so much for, figuring out how to extract minerals from the earth to promote economic activity. Kathleen Sgamma, president of the Western Energy Alliance, said we can't get capital because the administration is putting so much pressure on banks not to lend to us in the name of climate change. Everybody with eyes knows full well what's going on. This administration wants to apply pressure, wants ESG rules to be in place, is actively engaged in the process of doing it, and it is having a demonstrably negative impact on our economic growth, strength, and our ability to produce oil, natural gas, and energy to be independent around the world. Meanwhile, China, as I said before, is pumping out with 1,100 coal-fired plants and something like, I think, 29% of world's emissions. India with 7% of the world's emissions and growing. And we're hamstringing our ability to be competitive. I think we know what's going on. I applaud the bill, and I yield back.
Thank you, gentlemen. With that, our last two folks have mercifully headed down to the floor. So.